I think he's pretty versatile, a very versatile swimmer today, and I think that it's because of the early focus on technique. Fluid mechanics really came in at a very critical juncture in his swimming career so far. For all of us, it was important to make sure that he had the right technique and was coached the right way, that he'd become more efficient in the water. I think he's pretty versatile, a very versatile swimmer today, and I think that it's because of the early focus on technique.
Hello, good evening. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Maybe that, there we go. It's a little bit better, a little louder. Hi, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. We're about to get started. On the top right, you'll see the names for the swimmers in the first heat, or the first race for today, which is the first heat, which is heat 1 of the girls 1,000. I'm trying to troubleshoot. There is a little flicker in the camera there you see occurring on the screen. Trying to diagnose what's going on there. If you give me a couple minutes, I'll get back. But we should be starting in about 5 minutes. As you can see, timers are not yet at the pool. All right, we'll be getting started a little bit. As you can see, the swimmers are lining up. All right, we're underway here with Heat 1. Swimmers in the water. The names for the swimmers are up top, and I'll get that scoreboard a little bit bigger so it's visible. But in the meantime, let me update the swimmers that are in the next heat, which will be the Heat 1 of the boys. So we're alternating here, girls and boys. So on the top right, why is that there? Sorry. Having a little technical challenges here, so let me get that scoreboard. All right, so hopefully that's visible now. Again, apologize, had a little technical difficulties getting moving here. We are in the first race. This is 1,000 for the girls. As you can see up on the top, Event 1, Heat 1. There is, for this Event 1, which is a mix of girls and boys, we're going to have 6 total heats, and these are seeded fastest to slowest. All right, so that's our Event 1 and 2. And then we'll move into Events 3 and 4, which are the 500s, girls and boys mixed. And that we have 10 heats. Okay, not trying to get ahead of ourselves, but just give you a rundown of what's going on tonight. If somebody could comment in the live stream chat, if everything looks and sounds okay. I apologize for the slow start here. All right, but we're underway here. So this is, again, 1,000. Kids will be swimming 40 lengths of the pool. So our lead swimmer there, you can see. Now up on that scoreboard, the rightmost column is the lead swimmer, kind of the in-progress ranking there. So as you can see, that swimmer is seeing a 9. So that's completing 9 lengths. As she comes back here to the start end, that'll be 10 lengths. Basically a quarter or 250 done. Okay. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hopefully the broadcast is working. If somebody could acknowledge. Okay, that's our lead swimmer there in lane 5. As you can see, the rightmost column as she turns. So on the top left is a live view of the scoreboard. Top right are the names of the swimmers for the next race. So those will get updated just after the race starts. So our lead swimmer is turning at 19 at the left side here. So as they come back, this will be a 500 split. Again, with the spread of the swimmers here, I'll stay on this camera just so we can see turns for other swimmers. And here in lane 5, kind of middle of the pool, that's our lead swimmer. All right, our lead swimmer there in 5 is seeing 35 at the far end. She'll be coming down for 36. Represents 100 to go. All right, we'll be getting the bell for 5 here. 50 to go, down and back for lane 5. As you can see in the board, first place in the rightmost column. Followed by lane 6. So again, the red blocks down there representing final length of the pool to swim as the swimmer turns at the far end. All right, again, the names on the top right are the swimmers lining up behind. They'll be swimming in the next heat. So we're alternating girls then boys. So this was event 1, heat 1. Then we'll move to event 2, heat 1, which will be the boys first. Again, these were seeded fastest to slowest, which is typical with the distance races like this. All right, and then here's the names. The names in blue are the lane assignments for the boys upcoming. And now the scoreboard's also been updated with event 2, heat 1. Now on the top right are the names for the girls for their heat 2. Again, we're alternating boys or girls then boys. So in that blue, that's my data placed there. Those are the names, the age, team affiliation, and then their seed time. Okay. So we're underway here. Event 2, heat 1, and then we'll jump back to event 1, heat 2. Of the 1,000. And again, if you're just joining us, the program for tonight is events 1 and 2, which is the boys or girls and boys 11 over 1,000 free. And then we move to events 3 and 4, which is the boys and girls 11 and over 500 free. So in this first 1,000, we have 6 heats. And then for the 500, we have a total of 10 heats. so the swimmers are seeing number 9 down there at their turn, the lead swimmers here in lanes 4 and 5. So this will represent 250 split for them. And again, I'm trying to give a view of, majority of the swimmers at times. When we get into shorter races tomorrow, we'll track kind of the lead or zoom in if there's a competitive swim. So our lead swimmers here in lanes 4 and 5 are seeing 29 at the far end. I'm sorry if, there you go, you can see it there. So they're coming down to complete 30 lengths or 750. So they're 3/4 of the way done with the 1,000. Again, if you're just joining us, in the water is Event 2, Heat 1. But up next is Event 1, Heat 2. So we started with the girls, 1,000, Heat 1 for them, and then we switched over to the boys. And then we'll go back to the girls for, so the girls are running the odd number events. Boys are the even number events. Now here's the swimmers for the girls. Again, this will be Event 1, Heat 2 upcoming. This is their lane assignment with their seed times. Now on the top right will be the boys, which will be Event 2, Heat 2 in orange on the top right. That's our next race. Again, hopefully if you're joining us, you know your child's event and heat number. I believe the seating was pushed up to Meet Mobile. Meet Mobile is an application for your phone, which will have all the data, and then eventually we'll have the finish times. All right, so in the water, Event 1, Heat 2. Top right are the boys' names for Event 2, Heat 2. So for anybody just joining us, we have 6 total heats here for events 1 and 2. They're running kind of alternating girls then boys. So here we are, lane 2 leading us out here in the second heat of the girls. Just turned on 12, or she'll touch at 12 here. Lane 2, second from the top of your screen there. So that's a 400 turn there. No, sorry. That was a 350 turn there. I'm sorry. She's splitting about 36s, so 400 would not be 401. Sorry about that. All right, so there's a 400 split of 438 for our lead swimmer. So here's our lead swimmer. She just turned in lane 2 at 28. So she's seeing 29 down at the turn end in lane 2. Nice. Yeah, again, there might be some flickering in your video feed. Sorry about that. Kind of trying to identify what's going on here. All right, if we look down there in lane 2, they're putting in a 33. So she has 7 lengths to go. And again, with the swimmers split out, I tend to, stay on a camera angle for a little bit longer period of time. So I apologize if you're not seeing your swimmer the whole time. I'm trying to get a good coverage for everybody. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. What was that? So I was tracking the scoreboard, which I'm a little off here. I was watching the running order on the right-hand column. But as we can see down here, both lanes 2, 4, and 7 are coming in for a finish here, according to the boards that were presented for them at the far end. Wow, very close race there. 4/100ths of a second splitting over almost 12 minutes of swimming. Great job, ladies. Great effort there coming home. Lane 4 there with a 31.95 split on that final 50. All right. So that'll conclude event 1, heat 2, and we'll move to event 2, heat 2. So this is a little broken. Yeah, some of my logos are not sized correctly. So lane 5. So I'll get that cleaned up. Sorry, but here we go with the boys. Event 2, heat 2. All right, again, if you're just joining us, we're alternating girls and boys. So after this event 2, heat 2, we'll move to event 1, heat 3. Okay, hopefully that all makes sense. And on the top right now, we have the names for the girls in that next race. So that will be event 1, heat 3 upcoming. All right, sorry, I overlooked it there. So our lead swimmer here in lane 8 towards the bottom of the pool, closest to the bottom of the pool, your nearest swimmer. So he's splitting at 550 here. So the previous one I missed, that was a 500. So, and also I'd like to bring your attention to the graphic at the bottom of the screen there, Fluid Mechanics. They are sponsoring both part of this live stream and they're a sponsor for this meet this weekend. So couple ads that we'll run and we'll talk through during breaks and so on. But please take a look at their website, fluidmechanics.net. They're offering a couple promotions. One we'll discuss a little bit later, which is a seasonal promotion, and also they have a Get Started program. So they offer technique reviews and coaching services. So if you could, take a look and give them a thank you for supporting this meet this weekend. So they'll be with us support for all 3 days. So if you're not aware, so this is the Friday night distance session, and then we have multiple sessions during the day, Saturday and Sunday. And we'll be live streaming all of those sessions. So again, the rightmost column of the scoreboard, the yellow number there, that is the place, the running order of the swimmers. So our lead swimmer here is now down in turning and seeing a 29. So he'll come down and touch it or turn at 30, which will be 3/4 of the way through this 1,000 or 750 yards. And up next will be Event 1, Heat 3, so those girls' names on the top right, they'll be swimming next. And then after that, we'll have Heat 4 of the girls. So this will be the final boys' heat, and then we'll have 2 heats of the girls. And then after that, we'll move into the 500 free, which we have 10 total heats, and we'll be doing the same thing. We'll be swimming the girls heat 1, then the boys heat 1, and then the girls heat 2, boys heat 2, and so on. And in that, we have 4 heats for the boys and 6 heats for the girls. All right, so our lead swimmer here in lane 8, closest to you, will be getting the bell here. Oh, great effort there, splitting a 26.6. Last 50 of 1,000. Impressive. Great job. Okay, so our second place swimmer here is in lane 6. As you see, he's getting the orange block. And next to him, that swimmer's in lane 5 is seeing 37, which is also presented to the rest of the swimmers. So we'll have one swimmer finishing, one swimmer turning. All right, so as the boys finish, on the top right are the names for the girls. Again, we'll be alternating, so we'll be kind of flipping back to event 1, heat 3. All right. So now here we go with the boys. I'm sorry, the girls. Again, yeah, sorry, I missed a couple of the logos there. WFY, LHY, WFY, LHY. All right, again, event 1, heat 3. All right, our swimmers are going down, seeing 15. So they'll turn and then come back for a 400 split. So the names on the top right represent the next race, which will actually be another girls' race. Again, this is Heat 3 in the water. Those names up top are the girls for Heat 4. And then after that Heat 4, the next race will be the last. That's the last of the thousands. Then we'll move into the 500s. All right, we're going to do a quick commercial break here. I'll stay with the live coverage. Just want to share a message from our sponsor. Take a listen, please.
Fluid Mechanics really came in at a very critical juncture in his swimming career so far. For all of us, it was important to make sure that he had the right technique and was coached the right way, that he'd become more efficient in the water. I think he's pretty versatile, a very versatile swimmer today, and I think that is because of the early focus on technique.
All right. Well, thank you. Again, thanks to Fluid Mechanics for sponsoring us this weekend. Hope you're enjoying the coverage so far. Again, we're here for the next, tonight and then next 2 days, so Saturday and Sunday. So our lead swimmer there in lane 4, followed closely by lane 7. They're coming down. That was their 30th length, pardon me. So 750 yards. So they're seeing 31s there. They'll come back for 32, which will be 800. Oh, sorry, it didn't switch. Again, leading out is lane 4, followed closely by lane 7. 4 in the middle of the pool, 7 towards the bottom. So again, our 2 lead swimmers there, middle of the pool, lane 4, and then lane 7. They're seeing 37s. They'll come down to get the bell, indicating 2 lengths to go. So see the official there. And that's Katie Mons with the finish there to take first place, followed by lane 7, Byla Beer. Both Rainey swimmers. You can see a large amount of swimmers coming in for the final 25. Okay. So again, on the top right are the names for the next heat, and that'll be the girls again. And it'll be the final race for this 1,000 tonight. So sorry, a couple of those logos are a little improperly sized. I'll try and get that cleaned up for this weekend, but thought that would, for a quick visual reference, find your swimmer of interest. All right, underway here. Again, a little confusing maybe. This is event 1, heat 4. It's the final race for events 1 and 2, and then we'll be moving to the 500. So let me get those names for you for the first heat, which will be girls. And now those are updated on the top right. So that is our first heat of the 500s. And again, we have 10 total heats, and those are 4 heats for the boys and 6 heats for the girls. So based on the timeline that was presented, we're kind of on schedule here. And then just kind of looking ahead, no guarantees. But the final race of the night, that Heat 10 for the girls 500, is projected to start at 7:59. So in real time, it's 6:43 here. If anybody was kind of looking ahead to understand how long, if you need to come pick up kids or something, just an approximation. All right, one other quick ad from our sponsor as we hit the middle of this race shortly. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. All right, that's Elizabeth Bernard there in lane 4 leading us out. As we take a look at the other end of the pool, she is seeing a 19, so coming down, she'll be at her 500 split. Again, you might be seeing a little flicker in the video. Sorry about that. We're trying to figure out what's going on. All right, so anybody that's just joining us, just a heads up, even though this is Event 1, Heat 4, we will be transitioning up to the next race, which is Event 3, Heat 1, because we're alternating between the girls and the boys in the races. We had more heats of the girls, so we'll be finishing here with this race, which is number Heat 4 for the girls. Then we'll move up to Event 3, Heat 1, which is a girls 500 free. You see the names in the top right of the swimmers in that race. All right, so there's a 29 being shown for our lead swimmer in lane 4. She'll come down and turn at 30, which is 3/4 of the way done, or 750 yards. right, and here's the swimmers for the next race. Yeah, sorry about that WFY logo. It's a little big. All right, so I hope that helps. Kind of something I constantly try and add new things to the application. So if you do see something you like, please let me know. If you think of something that you think would be beneficial to add, also kind of reach out either through the chat here on YouTube, or there's a link to my email in the About page. So in YouTube, if you go Common Guy Sports, and then across the top it's videos and streams, and then there's an About page. And that has a link to my email, which is commonguysportsnj@gmail.com. All right, so here we go with our next race, which is Event 3, Heat 1 for the girls. So this is a 500. It'll be 20 laps. Now on the top right are the names for the boys, which will be Event 4, Heat 1, which is up next. Again, these distance races are seeded fastest to slowest, which is inverse of typically what we'll see for the rest of the weekend for the races with multiple heats. So that was, I'm sorry, kind of overlooked it. That was the 200 split. So our lead swimmer here coming in lane 3, this is her 250. So again, the names in the top right in orange, those are the names for the boys, which will be Event 4, Heat 1, which is up next. Again, we're alternating girls then boys, and then at the tail end we have more heats of the girls, so it would be a few girls heats consecutively to wrap up this event and then this evening. But we're back at it tomorrow and Sunday. So hopefully, if you are a big World Cup fan or got a lot of different things going on this weekend. I think bowl games start for college football, with definitely college basketball, and then professional football, I believe, has 3 Saturday games and then some Sundays. But hopefully you have a couple devices, or, put this on the big TV and then on the other, on your tablet or your phone. But hopefully you give the kids swimming the priority. But also the beauty of YouTube, at any point, you can pause this and resume it. You could jump back and then, watch at your leisure. So it is like having your own DVR occurring for this. Again, leaning out in lane 4 there. So lane 1, top of your screen. This is a 8-lane, 25-yard pool. If you haven't been to the Madison YMCA, beautiful facility. It's only a few years old now. Here's our lead swimmer about to turn in the middle of the pool, indicating bell lap. She has 50 to go, down and back. So that in lane 4, that is Josie Marino from WFY. I have such trouble typing that and saying it. So nice swim there, Josie. So just for a point of reference or comparison, so the 500-yard freestyle for girls for high school to qualify for the Meet of Champions is a 5:15:41. So Josie's a 14-year-old and just completed that at a 5:09. So, all right. So here's our boys' names and the team affiliation. Again, some of these. All right, we're underway with the boys. Yeah, my script isn't working for every logo, and some of the logos are coming in big, so I apologize. So again, I mentioned that Meet a Champion. So that's the high school kind of all-star event at the end of the year. So there's qualifying times. So again, just for a point of reference, the 500-yard freestyle for the girls is a 5:15 to qualify for MOC. And for the boys, it's a 4:51:30. So if you just Google NJSIAA, which is the New Jersey governing body, and then qualifying times, you'll be able to find that. If it's of interest. And again, just wanted to give a point of reference. But and again, last year, a girl from Moorestown, not Morristown, Moorestown down South Jersey, swam a 4:48 in the 500 free at the end of the year meet. So again, just points of reference. All right, so after this, we'll move to Event 3, Heat 2, and those are the names for the girls that you see on the top right. And again, if you're just joining us, we're alternating girls then boys. So while we have Event 4, Heat 1 in the water, next up is Event 3, Heat 2. All right, so there's our second and third just turned, and fourth. And our lead swimmer's at the far end of the pool. You see he's seeing a 15. So he'll be coming down for his 400 split. All right, so there's our lead swimmer getting the bell there. 50 to go for him. All right, here's our names and teams for the next race. Again, we'll be going back to the girls. Event 3, Heat 2. And now on the top right are the boys' names for their Heat 2, which is up next for them. So that'll be Event 4, Heat 2. All right, sorry about that. I just trying to fix something with the logo. So, again, love to get any feedback you have. This is Mike with Common Guy Sports. Again, you can either feed it back directly through the chat, or if you wanted to feed it to your coach, it'll get back to me. Any suggestions or comments, or there is my email on the About page. So for anybody you want to share, like how to connect, there was links sent around, I believe. For anybody that's trying to watch it on a TV, it might be the easiest is just launch the YouTube app on the TV, and then with the search capabilities, search for Common Guy Sports, 3 words, and you should be able to find me. There is one other guy out there, which is a trading card channel, but mine, 90% of the time, mine comes back as the most popular search result. So, all right, so a bunch of 9s at the far end of the pool there. Girls are coming back to touch and turn for 10. So halfway mark here. So we see 15 down there, so this will be a 400 split. Lane 8 leading us out here. Yeah, so you might be hearing a little ding of the bell as the official picks it up. I have a microphone kind of hanging right near the officials below, kind of down into the right of this camera angle. And just kind of the dead center of the bottom of this one. So that's what you heard. But we're going to hear it nice and loud. All right, so that indicates 50 to go down and back for our lead swimmer. So I believe she had a 6:10, just double checking. Yeah, seed time was 6:10 for there, so great swim. 27 seconds off. All right, so here's our lane assignments for the boys up next. Okay. Moving right along here, so let me get the names updated for the next race, which will be the girls' Heat 3. And then we have boys' Heat 3. And then we have girls' Heat 4 and 5 and 6. I'm sorry, there is a Heat 4 for the boys. Just oddly seated as they're swimming lanes 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, again, so this is event 4, Heat 2. And then we'll have the boys' Heat 3. I'm sorry, the girls' Heat 3. See, this is confusing. We'll have the girls' Heat 3, then we'll have the boys' Heat 3, and then girls' Heat 4, boys' Heat 4, and then we have girls' Heat 5, and then Heat 6. All right. So hopefully it's less confusing for you. It's kind of been a long day already, but we'll be refreshed and ready to go tomorrow morning. Try and add a little better camera angles too. We don't have a permanent setup here. We kind of wheel in, wheel out. So first session's always kind of getting all the equipment set up. Inevitably, something's not working as expected. Oh, sorry. So that's our lead swimmer. So we're seeing 11s down there. So this will be coming at turning for 12. So a 300-yard split. So there's our lead swimmer in lane 4, coming back, going left to right now. Okay, and there's the swimmers for the next race, the girls. All right, on the top right is now updated with the boys. So that will be the boys' heat number 3, event 4, heat 3. Again, should you be joining us and missing something, you can rewind with YouTube. Just use the slider at the bottom. You can find your spot. And YouTube has a nice new feature which allows you to kind of create your own little clips. So most accounts have access to it, some do not. But right under the video portion, you'll see something called clips, where it should be like kind of near the like button. And so just a quick update for any Madison ice hockey fans. Looking at the Morris Sussex YouTube channel, looks like Madison lost to Morristown tonight, 5-1 boys ice hockey. So if you're not aware, there is a great YouTube channel, Morris Sussex Sports. They do some great work covering high school sports. They will have the Morris County High Schools Championships. Plus they cover large amounts from Morris and Sussex County and some outside the area. They do also do swim coverage. So. So that was just 12 lengths, so 300 split right there. Our leaders saw 13 at the far end. So up next will be event 4, heat 3. I have to pause there a second, sorry. Which is going to be the boys' third heat, and then we'll jump back to the girls' fourth heat. So pretty close race here. So lane 1 at the top of your screen and lane 4 kind of middle of your screen now under the flags. 50 to go. That's Amelia Nath in 4 and Peyton Anama in lane 1. Close race there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Great effort, ladies. All right. So here's the lane assignments for the boys upcoming. Yeah, that LHY logo, I didn't resize that very well, and now we have a very small Fanwood Scotch Plains in the middle. Hopefully you find that helpful. Just a quick visual to give you an indication of where swimmers of interest might be. All right, so the next names for the next race, which are girls, is up top. So that would be the girls' heat 4, and again, we have the boys' heat 4, and then we have girls' heat 5 and heat 6. So one thing tomorrow I'll work on is getting a camera at the far turn in. Just didn't have the resources tonight to get it done. But again, if you have other thoughts or ideas, please let me know. Want to produce the best kind of live stream for your viewing pleasure? All right, so our lead swimmers are seeing 7s at the far end, which will result in a 200 split for their turn down here at the near end when they come down. Here's our lead swimmer coming under the flags. That is Sean McSweeney there. Sorry, I just had to double check the first name. All right, so up next will be event 3, heat 4. All right, here's our swimmers in that race. And then at the top right are the names for the next boys race. And again, I don't control the lane placement. It's just interesting. They're swimming at the end. Event 3, heat 4. It's a nice 30-second drop there, maiden. Lane 1, great swim. And also lane 6, Julia Jardo, another 30-second drop. Great job. All right, here's our 4 swimmers, the boys. This will be the last of the boys' races. And the names for the girls' next race, which is their Heat 5, is up top right. And then after that, we have 3 girls swimming in Heat 6. Giuliano, Bloom, and Mathis. So we're kind of right on schedule. This was projected to start at 7:43. It is 7:46 real time here from Madison Area YMCA. If you are dropping off, thanks for joining us. Look for us tomorrow and Sunday. We'll have full slates of races all day long. There is a number of different sessions, and each live stream will be just for that particular session. So if you go to the main channel, my main YouTube channel for Common Guy Sports, you'll see they're all queued up, kind of scheduled, ready to go. I'll add some additional descriptions to those just so you can get a feel. You should see it on the thumbnail, so that image, the big white kind of poster board that's there. We'll give a little description if it's the 11, 12s, 13, 14s, or 15s and over. Okay? But again, thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed it. So our lead swimmer up there in lane 1 is seeing a 15, so she'll turn, come back, or he'll turn, sorry, come back, and that'll be a 400 turn split. Oh, so they did. I am asleep at the wheel here, so sorry. They probably pushed up the 3 swimmers from the final race. So I should have included that. Let me do that real quick. All right, so that's probably Evelyn Giuliano in lane 1. Sorry, guys. Cami Bloom in lane 2. And Vivian Mathis in lane 3. They were the swimmers in the girls' heat 6, which was the final one. So sorry about that. So So since we didn't have their names on the scoreboard, quick zoom in there. Hopefully you can identify the swimmer based on the cap. So sorry about that. I really wasn't paying full attention there. All right, so I'm expecting I don't know why it didn't stop counting there unless they didn't have the the Colorado system fully ready for that, having a swimmer, but it should still pick it up. So lane 1 shows she's done. And it looks like the timer there in lane 8 is waving for the swimmer to stop. Might have swam a 5:50 there because the scoreboard did clock him in as finishing, but there are instances when the touches get out of sync. All right, so I'm assuming that's what happened. Let me real quick, if we zoom in. All right, so it looks like 1 May, 2 Silver Caps, LHY. Running slow here. Hold on. So this should be the swimmers here for the final, probably the final race. Yeah, I don't see other swimmers lining up behind the block, so. So again, the final heat of the girls had 3 swimmers. So I'm imagining they just pulled them forward. All right, so session 2 tomorrow starts at 8 a.m. So we'll be going live just before that. And that's for the 9 and 10-year-olds. Session 3 is approximately 11 a.m. That's the 11-12s. And then session 4 is 13-14s. That's approximately 2:50. Session 5 is actually the mile, 16:50, and that's at 5 o'clock. So hopefully you could join us for some of those. And then we're back at it on Sunday, starting at 8 a.m., going until about 5:50. All right, so I think this is the final race. I wish everybody have a good night. So our lead swimmer here in lane 3 saw an 11, so this is 12, which is a 300-yard split. Is it? No. Sorry, I'm one ahead. They flipped the board right as she turned, so. So that was a 250 split, I guess. Yep, she's seeing an 11 now in lane 3. All right, so there's our lead swimmer turning in lane 3 from the top. She'll be at 15 lengths at the far end there. Come down and turn for 400. All right. Well, that's going to conclude this session. Great job to all the kids. And as I said, we'll be right back. We'll be back at it first thing tomorrow. So if you could stick around for 2 minutes, give a watch to this ad from our sponsor, Fluid Mechanics, and then I'll be signing off. Thank you.
Fluid Mechanics really came in at a very critical juncture in his swimming career so far. For all of us, it was important to make sure that he had the right technique and was coached the right way, that he'd become more efficient in the water. I think he's pretty versatile, a very versatile swimmer today, and I think that is because of the early focus on technique.